When I go to Chinatown and I come out of the parking lot and the elevators open on Portsmouth Square and I look at everybody, I have in my mind, hello auntie, hello uncle, hello cousin, because it's my relatives, it's my family.
In 1971, around this time, we rented a space down at our hotel. It was a basement, 850 Kearny.
The elders and busboys with students, with small shopkeepers, the beating down of our voices, of not being heard, those were all being unleashed and exposed. The night of the eviction, around 7 o'clock that night, we got the call that the sheriffs were on their way to the hotel.
In a day with no email, with no social media, and no cell phones, that we could turn out 5,000 people at a drop of a hat.
The unity with each other, the love for each other, the protection of each other was so real at that moment. I'll always remember that.
Vincent Chin would be alive today if he were not able.
The Justice for Vincent Chin campaign in San Francisco was the first time that the community became so awakened.
As part of CPA, as part of that movement, that was a really important moment for me as an activist. It's this idea that we're all together and we have some understanding of what it takes.
That if we don't fight, nobody's going to fight for us.
Our amazing organizers at CPA reaching out and talking to workers at Yangsing who were mostly afraid and really unwilling to get involved because they didn't want to risk losing their jobs.
我们在羊城工人这一方面也是花了很多心思，花了很多时间，去鼓励羊城的工人能够勇敢地站出来。
And that moment, seeing these workers in uniform step off the bus and walk towards us and let the employer know that they deserved better. That was just such a powerful moment, ultimately led to these workers transforming their workplace not only for themselves, but for their coworkers and for all future workers at Yangsing.
Okay, what should we call ourselves? So we had a red door. So, we call ourselves the Red Door Society. You know, Chinese always say, we can't have workers, just workers. We want students and people who support mainland China. Well, we're Chinese, we're progressive, and we're a group. This is cause of Chinese Progressive Association. Bing, okay, nobody opposed. Okay, so that's a name.
So the SROs were housing built for single men workers, and now entire families, sometimes 3 generations, grandma, parents, and baby live in this 70 square foot space.
我哋今次咁樣個爐頭無端端又爆咗，咁咧依家咧個爐頭爆咗之後，個屋主咧就去交租嘅時候問屋主幾時整翻個爐頭咁，佢話唔整啦，就咁樣答呢一句唔整啦。
We do a lot of work to make sure that the families living in these SROs have access to services and are educated about their rights as tenants and involve them in advocating for better housing options.
I joined Youth Mojo and CPA in the summer of 2010. I was in freshman year.
When I came to CPA, I was really amazed by the community, how everyone was able to be open and vulnerable to each other.
Just being really affirmative of my identity and everything that I am, and also it gave me a lot of tools to be able to talk to other people about what were the issues that we're up against.
It's not just doing workshops, it's not just giving people tools, it's really being able to support their development emotionally, mentally, and also providing the kind of mentorship and leadership that they rarely get in society. these days.
A lot of this had to do with harnessing your own strength. There was a lot of growth around realizing your own power and realizing how much value your experiences have and how you can use that in order to demand rights and demand change.
You can't be progressive by yourself. You make progress with other people by building movements that draw individuals and groups and other sectors to make a better world.
CPA's 45th year reflects that it is still needed and still absolutely essential part of making a new world. People are talking about hashtag resistance now. Chinatown is one of the original hashtag resistance.
This is a moment in which it's so important for us to come together as a people and to keep evolving and uplifting that kind of a spirit to make it real.
Sometimes you have streams coming, tidal waves, rivers. You had like so much always coming at us, and we were able to navigate it. We were able to follow it, guide it, really harness the energy of that to really build the movement that we're building right now.
You know, we might be 6 little blocks, but when we win something, it uplifts everybody, not just the Chinese community.
CPA inspires so many sparks of change, not just in San Francisco, but in the rest of the country and the world. CPA should be really proud.
If one seeks change, then everything is possible. But you have to seek change, then the world opens up. It's in the founding statement, changes that is needed. So on December 26th, it was raining, it was drizzly, nobody's gonna show up for a grand opening. 200 people show up. So that's 1972.